All right, we back again. It's another episode of the Rewind Podcast. Appreciate everybody checking out last week's episode on Nelly Country Grammar. Had my OG and radio Craig Black jump on there. Hunt, did you check out the Nelly episode?
I'm about 15 minutes in, man. I was very intrigued by it. I gotta finish it though. But one episode I thought was funny. Your dude thought Jay-Z was Chino XL.
It's a
Go ahead,
different
kid.
world
Go
back in
ahead.
the 90s, man. Totally different world back in the 90s, man. Like with the internet, man, you know exactly what these dudes look like, sound like before they even drop an album. So, back in those days, like y'all know, it was Source Magazine and Rap City. That's how we actually got to know these people, man. So, today's era, they got it a lot better than we do, man. So appreciate everybody checking it out, man. But we back again, man. I got again, Big Hunt is back again on the pod.
Oh yeah, how y'all doing? How y'all doing with the fellas?
And we got my man D Fort in the building.
What's going on, y'all? Happy to be here, y'all. Thanks for having me, Kev.
Baby, long time.
And we got the one and only Tone Bone. As we going Tone Bone, Tony, what we going with? Scripts, what's good?
Yo, you know what I'm saying? The one and only. Let's get it, baby. My man, goddamn, I'm glad to see all of y'all, man. I love y'all. For real.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're
Just the only nigga that broke a nigga's face.
I don't know. I don't know what you talking about, but yeah.
just a quick recap, man. Like I grew up with all these dudes. All these dudes is my big brothers, man. We grew up on the hill together, and the crazy thing about growing up on the hill was, my brother is the oldest out of everybody, and then me basically being the youngest out of everybody. So it's a lot of ages in there, but I'm the youngest of everybody, so it was always unique, hanging out with everybody and getting different perspectives on music and different perspectives on life in general, man. So we gonna dig into this. Raekwon, Cuban Linx came out August 1st, 1995. Big Hunt, I know you did your homework, man. What albums came out in 95?
1995, you got Mac 10 with his self-titled CD, Mac 10. You got Old Dirty Bastard, Return of the 36 Chambers. You got Dura the Squirrels Group, Smith & Wesson, The Shining. You got Mobb Deep, Infamous, Bone Thugs, East 1999. Junior Mafia. Yeah, the first one, Junior Mafia. You got Fat Joe's Jealous One Envy. The Dog Pound first one, Dog Food, 8 Ball MJG, Sitting on Top of the World, the Jizza, Liquid Swords, and you also had Tupac's All Eyes on Me.
Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing All Eyes on Me next week.
Me Against the World was on that year too, brother. Me Against the World.
Okay.
That came out in 95.
Okay, yeah.
And on the local side, the concentration camp was chopping every nigga's head in the city of Cleveland for real. Doing that.
Come on, man.
Man, a couple other ones, man. Something I found interesting, man. Tales from the Hood, Friday, and the show soundtrack all came out in 95 as well.
Kev, can I ask you a question? Highlight. What's the highlight of 95? Me and D was talking about that. I always say Tupac got out of jail, and his the double CD All Eyes on Me was pretty much the highlight, the feud with him and Biggie. What would you say? What is the highlight for you of 95?
It was definitely the fact that Pac had Me Against the World drop when he was in jail. And he got out of jail, and then boom, he got out of jail, I want to say in like November, and then by February of 96, I guess, is when the double CD came out. So he went straight to work. So it had to be when Tupac got out of jail.
He was working that whole time, though. That whole span that you just said, he was working all that whole time, man. That Pac and Biggie B is beyond them two for real. You know what I'm saying? There was other parties that was involved in that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of motherfuckers that they envy Pac, man, and they knew his worth, and he if he ain't comply, it was troubles behind that shit. It was problems, man. You dealing with New York, man. Come on, man. It's one of the shadiest, even though I love it to death, but that's one of the shadiest fucking cities in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, shit be popping, and that beef started more so in the making because they kept a lot of company, man. You know, Pac had his crew, Biggie had his crew, that whole nine. You know what I'm saying? And you know, should he synced that shit? You know what I'm saying? Come on now, look what he did within his own city. You know, warred up with Easy just to get Drake. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a strategic move, man. It's chess. You know.
So, D, where was you at in 1995? What was going on in your life?
In 95 was being nice to ugly bitches, but
no, just put that on wax.
Nah, more so. In 95 was, you know, I was my ear was really to the ground as far as hip hop life wise. I was doing my thing, chick chasing, whatnot, rolling with your brother in the house party, so to speak. But the biggest moment for
Perfect.
Okay, it was probably the Bone album. I wasn't a fan, but just coming in contact with people outside of Cleveland, like Davis, you saw how big Bone's impact was. Everybody wanted to know, do you see him all the time? Where they be at? What they like? And it's like, I don't even know him. But that was huge.
Tone, what was going on in your world in 95?
Well, you know, musically on the hip hop side, man, that was the for real, one of the years that solidified, you know, my era that I came from. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from 1990 till about 96, man, every year, man, came out with some smashing ass, classic ass album, East and West, even the South, you know. But 95, man, for one, the Wu took over. They top 5 on the catalog for real. Group and solo. They dropped 3 of them in 1 year. Coming on the tailgate 4 with Iron Man, because Iron Man dropped first of 96. You know what I'm saying? So you got Liquid Swords, Return of the 36 Chambers, and the Purple Tape, all in 1 year, back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? The Jizzy came out in the beginning of 95, you know what I'm saying? And then ODB right after him, and then Ray, boom. That Ray came out right after ODB. You know, so come on, man. It was domination for the Wu, man. You know, and then you got other groups, Smith and Wesson, you know what I'm saying? 8 Ball and MJG. On top of the man, that shit was a classic. Man, all that catalog he just named, Hunch just named, Steel just named, all of them damn near is classic. Junior Mafia, first and only tape. You know what I'm saying? That I can recall. They might have came out with something else, but that shit might have been garbage.
Big Hunt, what was going on with you in 95?
95, man. That's when I was planning on, which I did. I went to go play football the second half of the year in Arizona Western. Raekwon CD dropped, was it August 1st?
Yep.
So I was out there the second week of August, like August 10th out there for the football tryout. Thank God that I made it. And I just got that CD and I took it out there with me. Now, when I got out there, when it's out there, you had like a lot of down south dudes, a lot of West Coast dudes, and a lot of Arizona guys. I was the only one out there that was playing Wu-Tang. I was the only one out there with this CD. And Tony, I don't know if you remember this. July 4th, me and you, we was in my black Camaro. We was going down to Edgewater Park, 4th of July, to meet Daryl the Squirrel and Face, and Chris Walker was going down there with us.
Yeah.
And you had, I think it was a single, and you popped in Criminology.
Yeah.
You was like, man, I think Ghostface got Dope Rhyme of the Month for this verse. And you played it, and I was like, man, because I really like, for real. We'll talk about this later. Ghostface came into his personality on this CD. So when I heard this verse on Criminology, I was like, shoot, that's Ghostface? Like, man, but Tony, me and Tony growing up, our history with, I was always a gangster rap guy. He was always a East Coast guy. He would say to me, man, do you know what a lyric is? Because the guys I listen to, hold on, because the guys I listen to, like Compton's Most Wanted, Ghetto Boys, he figured they didn't have lyrics like the East Coast, so we would always clash. But I think I was more open to the guys that you would hit me onto, like Organized Confusion. Like I went and bought their CD. Wu-Tang, man, like you remember me and you would drive around, me, you, and Larry Underwood would drive around. We would go Dials Rapid Creations, Tower City, looking for the Wu-Tang Clan, but it didn't come out yet. And then we finally caught it at Dials Rapid Creations. So Tony's definitely the one who hit me on. That's what's going on for me in 1995. But I give Tony his props because he's the one who put me on to the Wu-Tang. So
Tom, who put you onto the Wu-Tang Clan?
The source.
That's why I got my co-signer, my co-defendant with me. He ain't on the screen, but this facts, man.
Tony, scoot over a little bit. Scoot over a little bit. You kind of halfway off. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on.
Other way.
All right, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this real facts. We always was, the hip hop, man. We always was, before the Wu came out, man, we was on everything that was popping. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when we started, rapping ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So when we first heard the Wu, we was in Foot Locker. Me and this gentleman next to me, the ghost face, you can't see him. We was in Foot Locker. We thought it was another group called Rumpelstiltskin that was down with Busta Rhymes, Leaders of the New School. You know what I'm saying? So when we heard the track, we went crazy. Like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But then we realized, like, yeah, it was Protect Your Neck. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, we went searching for that motherfucker. And girl that found it. And it was Protect Your Neck. And on the beat side was, the Method Man.
Still found it at Randall Mall, man.
Yeah, we found it at Randall. But when 36 Chambers came out, that's what Still talking about. Right. I had this nigga on a hunt for that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, the shit, it was pandemonium after that, man. I mean, you had, for one, the RZA, hands down, man, on the creativity, he in my top 5. I'm talking about up. Like, for real, he might be number 1 to me on the beats. Because, especially after the Primo and RZA battle, you know what I'm saying? The RZA clinked his clock, man. And that's just off his count. Niggas don't know.
That's an opinion, man. That's not facts. But go ahead.
It was great. That was a great battle. That was a great battle.
I personally believe the RZA exhausted his catalog and can't battle nobody else because he put it out there. But go ahead.
Man, listen, man. Come on, man. You got 9 niggas, and all of them came out with albums, man. And damn near all of them went platinum. All of them. Damn near. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, D.
A lot of them cats that came out, that was coming out of the Wu with their little projects. That a lot of stuff wasn't popping like that. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the Purple Tape, that's RZA's crown jewels, production wise. I don't think he topped it. On nothing else. I thought that was his best work.
I like that shirt, kid.
You know what?
I like that best work.
You know what? I'm gonna agree to disagree. I agree. I agree because you are strongly right. You know what I'm saying about that statement. But the RZA production on Liquid Swords was ridiculous.
We'll get into that. But D, who helped you to the Wu-Tang Clan? How'd you find out about the Wu?
My little brother. I think I swiped his 12-inch. He had the Glaciers of Ice and Criminology on there. I remember it was just the beat is what hit me first. I rewinded it like a few more times as I was riding just to hear the rap, but the beat was just so different on both songs. The sound was so different, it stood out. Because again, you had Dog Food was out and all those other projects was out, and the sounds, gangster rap, there's a commonality with their sound. There's a commonality, but
yeah,
what
I agree.
His beat, it just stands alone. It stands out rather. I don't say stand alone. It stands out. It really catches your ear. And then once I heard the lyrics to it, I'm like, man, this shit crazy. I'm thinking like, how did my little brother get a hold of this?
Hey man, Vory the one that hit me to the Wu-Tang Clan, man. So Vory get a lot of
Hey, and for real, I hit Vory to the Wu-Tang.
I don't know. I gotta ask Vory about that.
Vory told me Hunt hipped him to the Wu-Tang Clan.
D.
Hey, he might be right, man. He might be right.
That's what Vory told me.
Hold on, D. Real talk. D. When you said about the 12-inch, I remember that. I remember that because I was with him when he got it.
You probably was, because I didn't know how he got it. I had no idea how he got it.
And when he got it, that's why when you first said it, that's why I was like, I know what you're talking about. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, man. Man, y'all, listen.
Yeah, look.
I had no idea how he got hit. I was just tripping.
No whereabouts about that crew. Y'all had no whereabouts about that iconic crew, man. And, I brought that shit up there. Y'all used to ride me. Y'all used to piggyback on top of each other like, oh, this nigga, boy, he coming out in the summer bed, 85 degrees with Chucks on. You know what I'm saying? All that shit.
But Tony, let's be realistic. You was closed to a lot of music from the West Coast and other stuff.
Yeah,
You was close to, but hold on. You was close to a lot of people that I would hip you on to. You was big on East Coast. You ain't want to hear nothing else.
Hold on, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. Because
I'm 100% right.
I had a lot of West Coast in me. It was a lot of
Stop it. None. Zero.
Hey, Paul, I was up, you know what I'm saying? Hey, all of them.
Ain't the West.
I'm just saying, all of that, the South, West, all that. I wasn't on some of that other shit. It was whack, man. Whack is whack, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So for me in '95, man, what stands out for me the most of everything that came out, man, it's a lot of versatility, man. We talked about a lot of albums from the East, West, and down South. Obviously, the Midwest came up, like D said, with Bone Thugs, with the Eternal album. So it's a lot of different regions representing where they're from. And with the Purple Tape, you get a lot of new slang, not just Wu-Tang slang, but you get slang that only Ghost and Ray present. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear Method Man using this type of slang. You don't hear Old Dirty or RZA or anybody else in the crew using that type of slang. It's really just Capadonna, Ghost, and Ray got their own like crew inside the crew, man. So for me, that's what really stood out in the year 1995 for me, man. So we gonna jump into it, man. Let's jump into a track by. Oh no, wait. We cannot. You know what? We cannot continue without Tone's Method Man story. Tone, can you please bless us with your Method Man story?
And Tony, tell the straight truthfulness, okay? Don't be blowing stuff up. Go ahead.
I'll never blow nothing up.
Hey, still, that's why I'm here, man.
How meth came about. I met meth in 94, the end of 94, like around like October, November somewhere. And at the time, you know what I'm saying, I was emceeing my damn self. We, you know, me and this gentleman right here, had a little crew with a couple of dudes I ran with that was in the Heights. You know what I'm saying? So we had a little tape out, and Downtown Records, you know what I'm saying, right there on 4th and Euclid, you know, that was my man. So we put the record in there. He knew I was a big Wu-Tang fan, you know what I'm saying? Cause you know, 36 it just took me, nigga, and like for real. Make a long story short, he called me. He say, yeah, man, your Wu-Tang is coming for the little promotional thing. And I'm like, what? I ain't heard shit on the radio or nothing. He was like, no, he just, you know, promote his album. I'm like, so who? He like, Method Man. I said, all right, bam, I'm coming down there. So I went down there and my man played the tape, you know what I'm saying, with our song. He was bobbing his head. So he introduced us. And the first thing this nigga, he wasn't even really giving two fucks at first about the MCing. He wanted some reefer. And at the time, 95, we was selling reefer like a motherfucker. So I had the shit. So we went outside in the van and smoked. And that's when we, you know what I'm saying, got to kicking and everything like that. He like, man, what you doing later on tonight? Let's hook up. So I'm like, shit, it's on. You know what I'm saying? I called my man and I called your brother. You know what I'm saying, Kev? Because man, that was my roadie, you know what I'm saying? Plus he was down with it. So we went up to his room and smoked out. Man whipped his ass on the game. You know what I'm saying? It was massive on some real shit. I mean, and now that I look back at it, man, that's a real dude. You know what I'm saying? Like he was down to earth, like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, man, I'm coming on tour in 95. You know what I'm saying? Check when it is. It's the Red Meth tour.
Yeah.
And I give you all the backstage passes you need. So of course, you know what I'm saying, me being the type nigga I am, I'm promoting shit like y'all niggas need to get these tickets, man. I got backstage passes.
Yeah.
Everybody got tickets. We like 20 deep.
Yeah.
We taking over the parking lot.
Still was there?
Yeah, still was there. Because
I
he
was there.
Where was this at? Where was this at?
Heights. He was
At the Civic Theater in Cleveland Heights.
Okay.
Never had a concert there ever again after us.
At the Heights Civic Center on Mayfield.
Yeah, they never had a
Yeah.
after that. We tore that motherfucker up, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was deep as hell. So we parking lot, you know what I'm saying, getting it in. And it's time to go in there. So Steele and Marlon, you know what I'm saying, they was, you know, Steele, the big nigga. He threw his hoodie on and bulldozed through the line. So we cut straight all the way up into the concert. I went to the thing. She gave me all VIP passes I want. And then we went in there to the pit and tore it down. We kicked it after that. And you know,
here's what I remember about that. We was in the theater. It was over. Tony's on stage, and he's like this, pointing everybody out. Come on, I'm like, huh? He's with Method Man, and we go up on stage. Meth had us coming to back. We back there with Method Man. Man, I was like, what? He called you by your rap name, Scripps. Scraps, he said. I remember that. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to hear, huh? How did he get the name?
Yeah, he fucked my name up several times. Hey, look. Real
Tell me about what did you do to get that name?
Yeah. Answer D question.
Hey, my rap name at the time was Scrap Bone. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it was always Tone Bone, but it was Scrap Did All. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always been the shortest nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I'm scrappy. You know what I'm saying? You know me, nigga. I get it in for real. But that was my name in the group. So we was representing the group, and he kept saying script instead of scrap. But
he was high as heck, so he was high as heck, man.
Listen, when we first kicked that night in his room, I'm telling you, ask your brother, Kev, ask Mainey. Man, the nigga didn't want us to leave. He wanted us to take him to the most filthiest fucking hood spots, bars, because it was on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? We tried to tell him, like, man, ain't nothing happening but the hood bars. And he was like, the hood bars. And I was like, man, it's dollar night at the Rose Room. This when the Rose Room first was popping. In the jungle. You know, in the jungle. He like, well, let's go to the Roses Room. We like, hell no, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You'll be fine and so good. And by all, they see you up in there like, we got to get that man. So he ain't want us to leave. And man, like, nigga, I got to go to work in the morning. You know? It's like 3 in the morning, man. I'm telling you. He kept putting out my weed, man. He was rolling it up. And we going around in the session. Next thing you know, I'm like, damn, where'd the burner go? He got it on another nightstand. And I gave him a fat sack. You know what I'm saying? He a real dude, man. We kicked it hard.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So let's jump into the purple tape. Only built for Cuban Linx, August 1st, 1995. First track out the gate. We get, what is it? Striving for Perfection, the intro. For me, hello, Wu Gambinos.
Yeah.
Where was you at with the intro, man, when you listen to it again?
Ah, it didn't really. It was more that thick Wu accent called crap, and it was like I was just trying to make it through it. It didn't really do a lot for me. Really, it
It
really
made
did.
me laugh, man. That shit was hilarious. Listen to it now. Like I remember back in the day,
It
I listened to it. I'm like, I would get amped, like, yeah, they talking that talk. But now it's like you said, man. It's like I have no use for this, man, outside of jokes and comedy, man. Lots of Ray and Ghost slang.
yeah, yeah. It's like you would never say that stuff to somebody if you're talking to them. Like you
What about you, Hunt?
So let me ask you this question: when did the Mobb Deep CD came out? Before this CD, right?
Yeah, Mob Deep came out in April 25th of
So
95.
when I listened to this intro, and because they were on Mobb Deep's first CD, my first thoughts was that this sound real Mobb Deepish. Although they had their own slang and stuff, it was kind of a lot of the stuff that Mobb Deep, was kind of doing with their intros and everything. So, but as much as I love Into the 36 Chambers, I didn't get this from Ghostface in Into the 36 Chambers. So it was kind of like I was open to it because now his personality is starting to shine. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And Raekwon's personality is starting to shine. Back on 36 Chambers, they were just two dudes who wanted to rhyme.
yeah,
Now you got this guy, you got Ghostface Killer, man, who I believe overshined Raekwon on this CD. Now this dude's personality. Now they finally actually like women. You know what I'm saying? Now they actually like talking about look jewelry and stuff. Now they're a little different now. Like I'm just open to the whole CD. But as far as this intro, I thought it was kind of like Mobb Deep was doing their little skits and stuff. So
What about you, Tom?
The intro, I mean, back then, yeah, it was fire. It was basically, them two letting the world know that, okay, nigga, this is what we on. We about to give you a CD full of this ruck from me and my man, Ghost and Ray. I agree with Steel, Ghost, he shined, he shitty. He ain't had no diaper on. You know what I'm saying? For real. For real, for real. Purple Tape is we jump started Ghost. That
yeah,
was his
heck yeah, yeah,
diving board. That was his diving board. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And it was official for him to be on that with Ray because for real, really wasn't too many cats like prepared for Ray's style solo track after track after track after track. You know what I'm saying?
I can agree with that.
Cats wasn't really ready. You know what I'm saying? Because Ray got a hell of a slang, man.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, he
motherfucker,
does.
real quiet as kept. He the most slang editorial out the crew on the low. For real. He, man, I'm talking about even his latest shit, because he's still dropping shit. It might not be hitting the charts or hitting the billboard like that, but he's still making good music. You know what I'm saying? And so it goes. But yeah, that intro, that's what it did for me. You know what I'm saying? It let me know this is what's about to go down this whole album right now.
Okay, so we on the track two, Knuckleheads. We get an appearance from You God, Golden Arms, and he comes with some solid bars. But for me
Yeah,
on this song, it's all about, since this is like the Wu Gambinos album, it's them coming in the drug game, new dudes in the drug game coming to take respect from the guys that have been in the game for a long time. So basically, it's a metaphor of how drug game and the rap game. They the new dudes in town. We on our own. We about to make it happen. What was y'all at with it, Hunt?
I like Knuckleheads. My favorite verse is "You Gods" at the end, man. Well. Let me say this: I'm not real
How
big on the
surprised?
song.
How surprised were you that you like you guys verse?
Oh, I was very surprised. I was very surprised that I like this
Me
verse because I don't really like
too.
none of his verses, to tell you the truth, man. But
Oh man,
um, I'm not really big. Actually, I'm really not big on this song, but it's cool with me. But I like you guys verse the best though. So this is one of not my biggest songs on here though.
Yeah. Where was you at with it, Tom?
I mean, I like Knuckleheads, you know, and I agree with Steel, you know what I'm saying? You guys verse, you know, he smacked, but I mean, you guys had flow, man, on the low. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. He had ill voice. Yeah, he had the ill voice, man, the ill delivery. You know, I mean, and but through I guess the relationship, I don't know. This just on theory. You know what I'm saying? That's why he ain't get on a lot of tracks. Shit, he had a lot of shit going on, man. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah, a
saying?
lot of personal shit. A lot of
But
personal shit.
that first that knucklehead, yeah, that was his time. He like shit. I know my man gonna let me get it. So that's why that verse came out like that. You know.
D, where was you at with Knuckleheads?
No, it's like Sean. It wasn't like Sean said. It wasn't like it wasn't a banger for me. It wasn't one that I rewind a lot. But I did appreciate Ray's verse on there. He set the pace for it as far as like giving to the song, so to speak, and letting you know just what was going on. I appreciated his flow more so than God. You guys know him better, but I could listen to Ray rap and follow what's going on. Um, it wasn't nothing that I was going to keep rewinding and keep playing. It wasn't whack. It didn't move me like that.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you also too on that D with Ray verse, man. Because Ray did tone. But
Yeah,
I mean, but God, he took his shot. He took his shot
yeah,
on that.
yeah, 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 for sure. So we got Knowledge got a solo Raekwon
Mm,
song. Very few solo Raekwon songs on his own album, but this is one of them.
yeah,
Knowledge God. For me, it wasn't nothing to write home about. I think it's kind of like how Tony was saying with Ray, where people aren't really ready for a whole Ray album, him rapping 3 verses on every single song. So I like
yeah.
how they played it up on here. But Knowledge God, where was you at with it, Tom?
Well, I gotta give it to you though. You know, you absolutely right. But Ray bars, man, he kicked some bars on that song. That's one of my favorite. You know what I'm saying? He kicked some bars on that shit. He 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 was giving you what he doing his job. You know what I'm saying? He know
Yeah,
like
yeah,
on in there and let y'all know that man, I got heat. And the song sound like a movie. And then yeah, and then
Yeah,
the production on that motherfucker by the RZA, he got the movie in there.
yeah.
He got the movie, so he giving you the movie. Come
That's
on,
what
man.
this album is. This is what this album
Yeah,
is. It's a movie. I
giving
mean,
you the
because
movie.
normally they say like featuring so and so. On the cover it says co-starring Ghostface Killer.
yeah,
So this is a
yeah.
movie. They trying to present a cinematic movie on this album. Where was you at with it, Hunt?
I'm not really big on this song either, but this song is needed to understand the mindset of Raekwon and his
My man.
slang and what he's
Bingo.
about, man. Like you gotta have this song on here because, like I said, these guys in Innocent 36 Chambers were just some guys who wanted to rhyme. Now you're getting to know their personality and stuff, man. And with this song, you get to know more of what he's taught of who Raekwon the chef is actually, man. So yeah, my thumbs up to it though. Yeah.
Okay. So we had Criminology track 4. This is a
Yeah.
banger. This is a
Yeah.
worldwide banger. It got the
Yeah.
sample from Scarface in it. Uh where was you at with it, D?
Look, tell you like this. Um, prior to this, in my mind, Corrupt and Daz was like that. They was the premier duo in rap. And I didn't think nobody had that kind of that camaraderie on the mic that really could match them. And I heard Ghost and Ray doing the thing. I'm like, shit, they fucking with them. I'm like, they fucking with him, like more so than just fucking with him, because Daz can be on the track with Corrupt, but you never had any doubt as to who the better rapper was.
Right.
But with these two, you like, man, both these motherfuckers can spit. Like they ain't not like one guy leading the other. Like if one raised the bar, the other was right there. So that was what stuck out to me. Just the synergy between them was just, it was like on another level.
Where was you at with it, Hunt?
I'm gonna reiterate it again, man. Tony was in my passenger seat. He popped the tape in my Camaro. He say, I think Ghostface winning dope rhyme of the month. That's the hip hop quotable from the source for this verse. So he popped it in. And man, that's that up until this point, and we all know, like I said, in the 36 Chambers, great CD, man. One of the greatest CDs. Then you had Old Dirty's CD before this. You had Method Man CD. Ghost wasn't on Method Man. He was on Dirty CD. And he kind of got my ear listening. But this verse here, I was like, oh, Ghostface, man. Listen to him, man. Look, this dude is good. I ain't never heard him rap like this before. I was like, whoa, man. Then Ray finished it off, but the beat was just hidden, man. I was just, man, like, and you know, Kev, I usually for your shows, he used this sample. It doesn't, it's irrelevant to go dig up RZA samples because you're not gonna know it. You're not like I looked up his samples. I looked up the samples. Well, yeah. I looked up his samples. There's always some unfamiliar song. Like you can hear the sample in it, but it's a group you ain't never heard.
Yeah,
It's a song you ain't never heard, man.
It's called "I Keep Asking Questions" by Black
yeah,
Ivory. I don't even know who that is.
yeah,
I have
exactly,
no
man.
clue who that is.
Yeah. So,
I
but
guess
yeah,
they
I
are
love this
R&B,
song though.
a R&B group from the '70s. No clue. Where was you at with Criminology, Tom?
Well, that was the Purple Tapes, debut single, and I was all the way on it. I'm talking about like it when it was time to flow and rhyme, a motherfucker throw that bitch on and rhyme right over them niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's how powerful that track was. I mean, like we was thirsty. I'm talking about foaming at the mouth, waiting on the whole album to drop after that. You know what I'm saying?
And you can tell how much RZA loved the track because he let it ride out.
He let it ride out.
Yeah, Daryl.
Let it ride the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Man, come on, man. Ghost tour. He had no draws on that track, man. He had no draws. He had no draws on. Real. Ray was tough, man. Come on, man. That's the intro Criminology, and the killer part about it, to me, that's not even the best song on the album.
Oh no.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a great song. It's a great song, but it's not the best song on the album. It's a lot to choose from. This is potential for #1 song on the album. Incarcerated Scarfaces. I know something Hunt loves to touch on interludes. This has a mini interlude going into the song. What did you think about the mini interlude, Hunt?
I like the mini interlude, man.
You know where that's from?
What is it from?
Mini
what is it from? No, what is it from?
That's from the Chinese flick, the Killer. It got my man in it. A young he played in the Replacement Killers, the little Chinese dude. They had Crouching Tiger.
What did he say? He looks determined. What else did he say?
Ruthless.
Yeah. And look, I like the picture that Raekwon is trying to paint because he's painting the mafioso, the Wu Gambino picture, man. And now I love this track. This was a different RZA track for me, man. I love the track. It's kind of a different beat, but man, I like Raekwon. Check my status. You can see me at Caesar's Palace eating salad, man. Raekwon is a fly dude, man. He's a street dude, but he is a fly dude, man. And you can hear it in Incarcerated Scarfaces, man.
That man, Mr. Feeler. Come on now.
And another thing about it, something we can't ever say like the Wu-Tang is like great at. I think everybody can agree with like hooks. Like hooks isn't necessarily like something that they do. Like they're here to spit lyrics and everything like this, but the hook on here is great to me. I love it. And I mean, y'all talked about the beat already, but D, where was you at with Incarcerated Scarfaces?
The little mini interlude when it hit me actually threw me off. I was expecting something else. Once the beat dropped and the rap commenced, The song actually meant more to me once I found out a little background info on it. That RZA actually didn't make this beat for Ray. It was actually for Jizza, and Ray heard the beat. So when Ray heard it, he just immediately grabbed the pen and paper, starts writing. And after that, he like, yeah, this is shit. Like,
wow,
just
Evo. And
That's good info. Yeah.
this is another solo Ray cut. So that's two solo
Yeah.
Ray cuts. Where was you at with it, Tom?
Well, I'm just gonna say it like this first and foremost. Incarcerated Scarface to me is the best song on the album.
wow. Really?
yeah,
Wait a second, because it wasn't a bad song. We all agree. The beat was, it did the job. And Ray has the knack for
this is why for me.
Hold on, let him go, Tom. Let him go, Tom.
The best one on the album. You
I
going
said
all the way
for me.
there?
I'm saying for me. For me,
D, don't tell yours. Don't tell yours yet, D. Don't tell yours yet till we get there.
Don't let it out the bag. Don't let it out the bag.
for me,
You know,
for me, it's the best because for one, the production and the track alone. I mean, even if, and you're right. I know about that. I did my homework too, baby. You know what I'm saying? I know about the it was supposed to be Jizza's track. I know about that. But the track alone, there you go. And then the tail, that man flow, man, the bars he kicked, the tail, the story he hit with. And then on top of that, the icing on the cake is the video. A nigga shot that bitch in a monkey nasty ass elevator. Come on, man, it don't get no better than that, man. Just on the video shit.
it sounds like
That's
you really
the trifactor. That's the trifactor, man. That's the trifactor, man. Pull the video up. Just watch the video.
Those with the wild.
I take your word for it, Tom. I take your word.
I mean, that's just my opinion. That's my
Where was
opinion.
you at with this, Kev? Where was you at with it, Kev?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I mean, it's a world that I don't know nothing about, obviously. But, you know, a real lyricist takes you there. A real lyricist shows you and paints that picture that you could be there. You could literally, like this whole album it's a movie. And he paints that picture vividly. And they all do through the whole entire project, to perfectly be honest. So, yeah, I was loving it. So then we on the track 6, Rainy Days, the remix. Got another sample on there that we don't know nothing about.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
Exactly.
like for Rainy Days, man, like what I get from it is the need for fast money now. Like
Yeah.
Ghost says a line in there, some to the fact of royalty checks taking too long, and that's why I'm hustling. So
Yeah.
and also got another sample on there from a clip from a movie. I sing for him, and he is not here. Like that always stood
That's
out
the
to me.
killer.
So
The movie is called The Killer.
break it down.
I'm trying to tell you, the movie, a lot of them clips from the Purple Tape, man, the Chinese excerpt clips is from a movie called The Killer. It's a Japanese assassination movie, man. They got the young Crouching Tiger motherfucker, man. And you know, the dude that played the Crouching Tiger dude. He got him when he young. Them motherfuckers been acting for years, man. Him, Jackie, all of them, Bruce, all of them was doing their thing early. He just was down with that assassination shit. I'm telling you, it's all on one album, man. For real. That's real talk. Do your homework. I'm serious.
Sure. Where was you at with it then, Tom? Where was you at with Rainy Days?
Rainy Days, man. I mean, for real. that just was giving them two, man. That Shaolin, man, and where they from, and how they doing it, and how they portray it, and it's another movie, man. I mean, man, come on, man. The reason why we on this podcast and talking about this album because of the impact, man. This motherfucker is a classic, man. We can go on and on and on. Man. They all gonna come out the same. I'm telling you, shit.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there. D, where was you at with it?
Rainy Days. Here's where I kind of like start to get more of a feel for how Ghostface Flow's gonna be on this album. He had a line on here that was like, "In due time, soon to get mine, like Bugsy, heavy on the wrist, polo mock socks, and And I'm like, yo, I'm like, that was a nice mashup right there. Like,
yeah.
you hear that and you hear how grimy they can get too, and you like, these motherfuckers just got style. Just like flat together. Like, that was more of what made me just scratch my head. Like, man, I really had corrupting dads up here, and they taking this shit on me right now. So I grew to appreciate his rap style even more.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Hunt, where was you at with it?
Man, I like Rainy Days, man. You know, and I think Ghostface shines a lot on this, man. Ghostface is a guy who on Enter the 36 Chambers was 13 years old. His mom was still buying him his shoes and his clothes. So 4 years later, like years later, in between this time, now he's 17. He done sold dope. He done lost his virginity. Now he's on the Cuban Link. He got all this swagger now. He got jewelry. He got all the women. Dad, what the heck happened to this dude? This is who Ghostface is now, man. He's this grown MC over the 2 year span, man. And everything he's saying, meatheads get pistol whipped by blow spots like horse shit. Man, this dude has got style, man. He just got. I think Ghostface is like, for our era, he was like the Slick Rick of today. Like, this dude whole style was just like, it was just. But I love this. I love his verse on here, man. Ray came and brought it at the end, man. But they letting you know, like, I never lived the street life, but they letting you know it's rainy days in the streets, man.
Yeah,
there's gonna be some rainy days, man. You know, so
yeah.
Always. And
so we on the, especially in Cleveland. So we on the Guillotine Swords. We got Inspector Deck making an appearance. We got the Jizza making an appearance. Yeah. I mean, it goes without saying. This is a master song in lyricism.
Yeah.
The only there ain't no question. Ain't no question about the beat. Ain't no question about nothing on this song. The only question is who has the best verse. I think, without a doubt, it's between Inspector Deck and Ghost.
Okay.
Now, in high school, without a doubt, it was Inspector Deck for me.
Yeah, it is.
But more and more I listen to it, that Ghost shit. And more fan goes. I would say it wasn't even till Supreme Clientele came out. So that was like 2000. And I'm re-listening to this album back then till I realized like how much shit Ghost was saying on here. But my vote for the best verse on Guillotine Swords, it's gotta be my guy Inspector Deck. I'm going with Deck.
Okay.
I'm putting it on wax. I'm going with Inspector Deck.
Okay.
E, what's up? What's up?
Hey, Kevin, you already know this song right here. A lot of the intros on these songs was like, I didn't care for them. I was like, whatever. From the time the intro hit, where he says, allow me to demonstrate the skill of Shaolin, that set the tone, letting you know what this track was going to be about. We just going to go at it, and y'all pick. And when Deck came in like he was rhyming to get a record deal. He wanted a record deal. And he rhymed like, this is my only shot. I ain't going to be on another album this year. And I felt like he took it. Ghost came in a hard second because his energy that he attacked the mic with you could see that he sensed that. This motherfucker ain't about to do. He's not leaving me on this track. But I felt like Deck got him.
What's up, Hunt? Where you at? Who got the best?
Hey, man, listen. This is what I want you guys to do. When we get off this podcast, bring the lyrics up, and I want you guys to read it. Dude, Ghostface. This might be the Ghostface verse on here. Might be one of my favorite Wu-Tang verses ever. When you read what this dude is saying, man, because I can't even say it like he was saying it, man. Like, dude, like.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I did write down a bar.
Go ahead.
Fuck yeah, my crew down German beers. Based on throwing guns, leaving cats in wheelchairs. Holy shit. He ain't say shoot niggas, put them in wheelchairs. He said,
what did he say, Tone? What did he say? Overdoses, my house explosives, hypnotized with hypnosis. Man, come on, man. Like you gotta look, you gotta read what he's saying, man. It's one of my favorite
You know,
Wu-Tang verses ever, man.
But
let me
I
give you
I'm giving it to Ghostface hands down, man.
Hands down.
I'm
Hands
gonna
down.
broke that bar down, Hunt. I broke that bar down. You said with a dosage, you overdose and rap. High explosive, my pulses hypnotized with hypnosis. I sell guns. My
Come
hoes play.
on, man.
Like up your
I
boy
broke it
Killer.
all down, Hunt.
this is
I
the
broke it
Come
reality.
down.
on, man.
I still went back.
The
I still
reality.
Record breaker, the Aberthurther got access to tear gas bomb and rocket launchers. Blow like dope killer bees is what I sponsor. Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
yeah, I broke
No,
it
what's
down,
up?
man.
This is the reality, man.
It's
This is the reality.
2-1
This
deck.
is the reality. This is the reality, man. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. I respect both of y'all, D and Kev. I respect both of y'all because Jack brought it like never before.
He
But
did.
hands down, Ghost. Goddamn.
I'm with you, Tom. I'm with you, man.
I still say it. Man, Ghost toured. He had no draws on then. Damn near
He
the whole
did.
album. He free balling. The whole
Yeah,
album, man.
man.
Come on, man. Come on, man. It's
Yeah.
only for real. It might be 4 tops tracks
Yeah.
out of all the tracks on this album that he on with another motherfucker that he ain't motherfucking killed the bitch. I'm
Yeah.
telling
Yeah.
you, free
Then he
balling
says,
the whole album, man.
Big Ghost steps off laughing. Ha. Come on, man. Come on, man.
It's nasty. It's nasty. No doubt about it. No doubt it. No doubt about it.
Let me throw this in also, Kev.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I love the Jizz's verse too. I love Deck's verse, man. I think Ray's verse was coming last place, man. But that's the beauty of the clan. You had all these styles,
Yeah.
and it was really featured. This is my favorite song, probably. This and another song. We'll go into it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then we got Can It All Be So Simple? Another mini interlude. On this mini interlude, which is hilarious. Fucking hilarious. So apparently, somebody's serving on Ghost Corner. They run up on
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
They try to get him off the block. The dude serving on his corner shoots Ghost. And Ghost says they tried to assassinate me. I don't know what the word assassinate means, but Dr. King and Malcolm X were assassinated.
You assassinated, yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, like you just got shot, nigga. Like that's the way it goes.
Exactly.
Great song, just one of the most funny interludes I've ever heard in my life, man. Even as a kid, I always was like, assassinate, like nigga, you
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
move.
yeah.
Like that's just what happened, baby.
Kev, this did remind you of the Mob Deep when he
Yeah.
got son, I'm hit. Yeah, yeah.
You bleed fast, son.
Yeah, yeah.
It's that movie shit, man. Where was you at with Can It All Be So Simple, Tom?
Man, that interlude that y'all talking about, for real, that shit was whack as fuck. That shit was ridiculous. Listen, this is how bad it was. We still bumped the purple tape like a motherfucker now. And we specifically dart that interlude. Motherfucker. Because it was whack as fuck. Ghost need to be ashamed of himself.
They trying to assassinate me, dog.
The track, no doubt, is fire. I mean, it's a remix to that motherfucker. But
Yeah.
that interlude, trash. It was trash then. It's trash now. Yeah. 2 thumbs down.
It was gone, man.
Where was you at, D?
I thought it was funny as hell, man. I don't know, some skinny looking big head nigga. That shit, it was just funny to me, man. It was more funny to me, and it was again they tried to assassinate me.
That's the slang, though. You gotta respect that. That's the slang, though. You know what I'm saying? The assassinate.
Like, I think that was the first time I heard somebody say that joke. You know, and it was about the figure. They tried to assassinate me. Like, ooh, wait, that was just Ghost, though, right?
Oh man, it's a great story rap.
Yeah.
Just talking about the song, it's a great story rap. It's a great song. Hunt, where was you at with it?
The intro sounds real scripted. It's real exact, almost like the exact thing that Mobb Deep and them did. I was like, oh man, listening to it again. But I like the rap though. I actually probably like the rhyming better on this one than I did on the original. Can It All Be So Simple? Remember, I wasn't real big on that song on the when we reviewed that one. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay. It's a good filler for the CD.
All right, so we got track 9, Shark Niggas, Vitals. This is right up Hunt's alley. What's up?
Man, I mean, hey, I like, well, okay, of course they talking about Biggie. You know what I mean? They talking about Biggie, how you niggas. What he say? If they try to bite his slang, you know what I mean? They take a word and flip it, you know what I mean, before you even get to shine on it. But they talked about how Biggie stole Nas's CD cover with him as a baby on the cover. But man, like, hey, but what it's kind of like what they went at Biggie, but when they asked Method Man, hey man, was you cool with Biggie? Method Man said, yeah, but them two niggas don't like nobody, man. Talking about Ghostface and Ray. He said them two niggas don't like nobody, man. But they kind of had that persona like, listen, nigga, it's about us and the rest with all y'all, man. Like, I don't mess with none of y'all dudes, man.
Where's you at with it, Bone?
Man, I mean,
because you was rapping at the time, and I'm sure niggas tried to steal your style too.
no, because I freestyle. I don't write shit down. So, nigga can't never motherfucking try to patent my shit. But I felt we're still saying though, you know what I'm saying? It was about Biggie. They was hitting it towards Biggie, and it was more so like, come on now, you know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. I understand it's a little bit different as far as the taste of the photo, the album covers, but the narrative is the same. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they went at it, and that's how I looked at it, you know what I'm saying? But, track right after, come on now.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there.
Yeah,
we
gonna get there.
We
Yeah.
gonna get there. D, what's up? What's up? Where was you at with it?
I thought this was another funny interlude because when I first heard it, I didn't know what the hell they was talking about. I didn't know they was talking about Big. So I didn't know the significance of it. Once I caught that later, I'm like, damn, like, that's crazy because you saying that about him. And after Meth was on his album, the what, he did on the what. Yeah. And it's like, you hear something like that today, like stuff like that broke G Unit to pieces. Yeah. And them, it didn't do much for them, but they wish, that crew had a lot of inner beats with, amongst themselves, but it didn't play out like that to that extent.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that. We definitely gonna get into that. For me, major skip. I take no Notorious B.I.G. slander. No B.I.G. slander on this side of town, dog. Not now. No B.I.G. slander ever. Quick sidebar, man. My guy that I do my other podcast with, DJ Killer Kev, he sent me this screenshot of somebody saying that Rick Ross was better than B.I.G. He's like, what do you think about having them on the podcast to debate you on this topic? I said never. Never will I entertain such slander about ever. So for me, like I did my due justice though. Before, I would always skip it because I don't take no B.I.G. slander. But listening to it just to get through it, I thought it was corny. No B.I.G. slander on this side ever. Not even from Tupac. I don't play that. So on the track 10, we got Ice Water. Capadonna. We get on intro to Capadonna. Yeah. And I will say this. Hunt, this is gonna make you smile. Ghostface, perfect verse.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yes.
Where was you at with it?
Let me say this, man. First of all, there's a few songs that Raekwon I feel like he don't bring much to the party. Here's one of them songs. Let me get him out the way. He didn't bring much to the party. Ghost, Ghostface Killer. Ghostface Killer he created this style of rap where he's rapping, but at the same time he's having this conversation with you, and it's like I've never seen anyone who could do that. He says jewelry shopping out of the country, deluxe luxury. People say, well, dang, my chains look chuckery. Man, that's like that's a straight conversation he's having with you, but at the same time, he's rhyming. He is rhyming his butt off, man. Like this dude, like you said, man, this verse by Ghostface is just perfect, man. Like he's talking about, his sweet tooth for jewelry and stuff like that, and for robbing and stuff like that. Hold on, who we got joining here? Which is
yeah. Turn your camera on. Turn your camera on.
My God, man.
The late nigga. The late nigga.
I'm feeling that like man.
Like a skinny James Harden.
Hey, let me finish my thought first, real quick on Ghostface. And then here comes Capadonna with the detail in his rhyme. You're the first branch, the third leaf. Whoever wanted got beef. Man, he had a flawless rhyme, man. But yeah, Ray didn't bring up, man. This and Guillotine, probably my favorite two songs on the track, man, on the CD. What's up, man? You text me, let's crash this pod. He text me, let's crash this podcast. I'm already on, man.
Yo, baby, what's happening?
What's going on, baby? That's purple tops. Got the purple tops.
Hey, Daryl the squirrel over there too.
Yeah, Daryl here.
Man, what up, baby?
What's going on, boy?
All right, hold on, real quick before we finish up. Ice water. Maine, I need you to settle a debate. Who had the best verse on Guillotine Swords?
Whatever Hunt said, I go with him. Whatever the opposite of what Tony said,
hey, well, they said the same thing. They said
we said the same thing on that one.
So you gotta choose.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to put some thought and everything into it. I mean, I can't jump in and then just jump right off the bat and say, "Hey, here's my thoughts, so on and so forth."
All right,
no ever me, nigga.
Huh? Language.
We'll come back. We'll ask you that at the end. Tone Bone, where was you at with Ice Water? What's up with it?
Well, once again, and I keep trying to tell y'all, Ghost, no draws. Kappa, Kappa verse on that track just is Kappa, man. For real, man. Hands down, man. Kappa got one of the most flows out them niggas, man. Straight up.
His slang is crazy too.
He got a song for a slang editorial.
Yeah.
One of the hard RZA tracks. Nigga, RZA gave that man track. He never looked back after that, man. Come on, man. But Ghost.
These songs.
Ghost.
Capadonna was but where Capadonna wasn't the best featured on that song. If you got them on there.
One more time. You broke up for a second.
I said, if it's a song where it got those three on there, Ray, Ghost, and Capadonna, you'd be hard pressed to say that Capadonna's rhymes didn't reign supreme over the other two.
Right.
I wouldn't say reign over.
D not buying in. D, what's up?
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Ghost packs a lot in his verse, like I said before. But Ghost, he is a listener of his raps that he writes. He loses me when he gets to the whole guys tropical, ladies call me black fruit punch, rainbow flavor niggas murder niggas for lunch. It's like
that's
stop.
Style.
Listen,
man, you gotta.
When I hear Capadonna, the significance.
Listen, black fruit punch.
Let D go.
Did you say Tony?
Bitch call me black fruit punch. So I understand what that man's saying. He's saying. I'm serious.
Cappadonna's verse on here, it's like Maine said, it did reign supreme, and you could see on here like you could see where he taught Ray to rap because the similarities in their style, but he did it better. He did it better. I mean, he was actually supposed to be an original member of the Wu, but he had just got out of jail and he missed it, and he came on later. You can hear that in this track. When you hear Ray rap, you hear him, you hear like, okay, yeah, he do this better than Ray. That's when that show.
Go ahead.
So let me jump in on a quick comment. I saw you guys talking about he was supposed to be featured as much on this CD, but he admitted, he said my verses wasn't ready. He said so I went and got went and got Cappadonna. He said Cappadonna was working as a security guard. He said his verses wasn't ready, so they went and got Cappadonna, man. So he admitted that his stuff wasn't ready, but Kappa's fit perfectly in there. So
man, that nigga Cappadonna for real talk, man. Out of the whole squad, man, he up there with the flow, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. I mean, like up there. He passed niggas that you wouldn't believe. Straight up, man. For real.
Yes, I mean, like this. Tone. Out of Donna's rap, out of his verse, give me your favorite bar. What was your favorite bar out of that verse?
Out of the ice water? Or just
Donna's verse. Donna's verse. Just from Kappa's verse.
Any Cappadonna verse?
No,
just from that
ice water.
Ice water.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the nigga. What you talking about? Recite one?
No, just what's your favorite line?
Favorite one that stood out to you during his verse.
Man, the whole 16 ain't really. It wasn't even a 16.
It was not, but the bar that got me was early on in his rap was the whole show love, crush those who dare creep into my realm of sunshine. I praise divine. Fine line between dawn of dumb, deaf, and blind. He ain't mine. He shook like
the maggots in daytime.
Here you go.
So the drink one is bubbling moonshine.
Yeah.
Later, Raekwon Vino.
Listen, hold on. One time.
Go ahead, Tom. Let him go.
10 seconds. I'm sorry. I have my collectors, man. I'm drinking and I'm smoking right here, baby. This is a celebration. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Cam, goddamn, baby. You doing it. Man, I'm so proud.
Man. Where was you at with ice water? What did you think about it?
Hey, this
hold on, Tom.
What did I say? Ask me again.
Where was you at when you first heard Ice Water? What did you think about the song?
I would venture to say he ain't on screen right now. I would give some credit and everything to Duro the Squirrel and Q and them right there. They the ones who tried to get me hip to Raekwon the Chef or whatever. Like I was sleeping on Wu-Tang or whatever. And
that's because your ass was dog pound out, man.
Dog pound for life. Dog pound for life.
When I heard Ray and Ghost, I'm like, damn, like they really shitting on Corrupting Dads, man.
Listen, man. But I did like right off the bat or whatever. I did like this CD. I did like the purple tape. So it was no hate right off the bat, like I normally do or normally.
All right,
I'm glad you realized.
So what was it about? What was it about this tape in general that made it stand out, that makes you give it a chance, unlike Mobb Deep and stuff like that?
The MOBB.
You know, I come prepared. I come representing, man.
I see it. I see it. I think right off the bat or whatever, I had warmed up and everything a little bit to I had started already warming up a little bit to Wu-Tang. I had already warmed up to Old Dirty Bastard, ODB. I'm trying to think. I think this had to be after. Tone, was you to mistake me if I'm wrong? Was this after we had met Meth?
Yeah.
Okay. I had already warmed up and everything a little bit and everything to Meth after we was down. I forget what hotel and everything we met Meth downtown or whatever. But I think going into it, that's why I gave him like a
first at the Omni.
You said
the Omni at University Circle.
Right. So I mean, I gave this a shot or whatever. And then, you know, I just remember Daryl the Squirrel always sitting on the couch watching nothing but Yo MTV. Seeing what do I think was Ice, and I can't think that was the first single and everything that I remember. One of the first singles. I'm not the first one, but one of the first singles or whatever, video wise or whatever. So I mean, right off the bat or whatever, I kind of think I went into it like, okay, brand new tape. You know what I mean? Let me give it a fair shot right off the bat, and I gave it a fair shot right off the bat. And it's not. It wasn't like somebody was forcing them on me, so it was okay for me to, you know, let me kind of take it to the head and everything on my own. You know, I get when y'all try to force people on me. I got to shut y'all down.
Yeah,
This dude. All right, we gonna keep it moving. We gonna keep it moving. All right, so we on the track 11. Glaciers of Ice, another mini interlude. Now, this is the Clarks interlude. Blue and Cream. Now, Corey, who hit me to the Wu-Tang Clan, would talk about getting Clarks all the time, but never would drop the money to get Clarks. And, yo, to this day, I think Clarks are terrible. I was never going to wear them, no matter how much of a Wu-Tang fan I was. I was not buying into the Clarks thing. Who had a pair of Clarks?
Tony?
I am the official Cleveland Wally King.
Keep that.
Bottom line.
Keep that.
I got them on my feet right now. I got about 8 or 9 pairs in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? And I dye my own shit. I got my dye joints on right now. My name. I am the official Cleveland Wally champion. Hands down. Real.
D, did you ever rock with the Clarks?
No.
Big Hunt.
Hey, man, here's a funny thing. I went to the Clark store about 3 months ago, and I walked right out. I said, I can't do it, man, because right now I'm into comfort shoes. I just got a pair for my birthday. My birthday was Wednesday. I told my wife to buy me a new pair of Hokas. Hoka one on owners. You know what I'm talking about? The run shoes.
No.
I'm in. They're Hokas, man. They're
dinosaur feet.
They're very comfortable shoes. So I went to the Clark store thinking, hey, I need some comfort shoes. I walked the hell out of there. I couldn't do it, man. They ain't the nicest looking shoes, man.
Maine, Clarks, yes or no?
Come on, man. That was a fool. You should have just skipped right over me.
All right, so on Glaciers of Ice, we get Master Killer on here. One of Master Killer's 2 appearances. Solid verse. Surprising solid verse from Master Killer. Where was you at with Glaciers of Ice, Tone?
Master Killer's verse, it was Master Killer, but Master Killer's hardest verse is on Duel of the Iron Mics off the Jizz's album Liquid Swords. But that track, I mean, it was woo, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a posse cut, so you know. It did what it was supposed to do, you know. I mean, that for me, that track was a track that, it was fire, but it was needed to complete this album. You know what I'm saying? You got tracks on here that need to complete and piggyback off of the motherfucking classic shit that everybody knew. Even them niggas when they produced it. You know what I'm saying? When they was in the studio cutting that shit, they like, man, this is motherfucker gonna be banging. And they knew that. You know what I'm saying? So these the piggyback track. That's a piggyback track to me.
Okay. Where was you at with it, D?
On this one, this is where I thought Ray represented himself better than he had been, because he didn't get smoked on this one. Maybe because Master Killer was on it.
You're right. You are absolutely right.
Up until this point, I had to feel like this was another 36 Chamber CD, because he had so many people that was making appearances from the crew. And when he got to this one, I felt like, okay, Ray's back representing himself better. The beginning of that rap, stand on the block, Reeboks, gun cock, Avalanche Rock, get paid off, mass murderers services. I'm like, okay, he back on his horse now. Because up until that point, you had Donna, and for a minute, this could have easily been a Ghostface album. That's how much he sounded.
Lingo. The whole verse was a lingo. For real. Ray
Yeah.
whole verse on that track was a lingo. They
True, but
every
you got like
the
we've
the
come to
bar
that
you
conclusion that become illegal. Him and Ghost was on some other shit compared to other guys.
Yeah,
that
big
they
facts. Them
coming with
niggas,
that lingo,
them
man.
cats was on some E40 type of shit, like shit we never even heard of.
Yeah.
Big Hunt, what's up with it?
um, this I have I got like animosity with Master Killer. So any track that he's on, man, I usually be like, you know why? Uh, in '97, after all of this, man, the dude just killed the momentum on Triumph, man. Like, so I got like this thing against that dude, man. But
Yeah,
when I first heard this beat, I was like, what is the beat doing? Because it was so different, and it had the woman on the chorus singing.
Yeah.
But it really, really grew on me, man. And like y'all was talking about Raekwon's verse, man, like his verse was like fire. And then when Ghostface finished it, man, the stuff that he's saying on it, man. But I like this song. It grew on me though. At first I was like, but this song really, really grew on me though.
What's
but it
up,
was
man?
But
Killer's
Oh, go
verse
ahead,
that
D.
would
Go ahead, D.
post in Jeopardy though, right?
what's up? What you say, D?
It was Master Killer's verse that put the whole song in Jeopardy though.
Yep. he
Man,
gonna always put a song in
it's a good
jeopardy, man.
verse. It's a good verse, man.
It's a
Hey,
solid verse, man. It's solid.
get out of here. It's
God,
okay.
what's up,
Listen,
man?
I think with what Hunt's saying as far as for like Master Killer, I'm gonna keep it to this CD. I understand where he's coming from. He feel like he killed the enthusiasm on Triumph, but I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
I agree it was a good verse, and just kind of from jumping in halfway through, and picking up on something that D said, like as far as for like Ray, and the vibe that like this is a Raekwon and a Ghostface CD, but are we say did I see here? Am I hearing that y'all feel that Ghostface rhymed better than Raekwon on here, or is it that Ghostface personality with his rhymes outshine Raekwon the Chef on here?
Oh,
Both. I seen that, kid. Me
oh.
too. Both.
I would venture to say that like I feel they played off each other well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel
I would say when the album came out, I thought it was neck and neck. But listening to it like throughout this week, as much as I did, I mean, goodness gracious, like I'm salty that I didn't appreciate Ghostface more back then. Like it's leaps and bounds about how much lyricism he's spitting on here, man. He is lapping
Yeah.
dude this
yeah,
album.
I don't see how a person couldn't appreciate both of them back then as far as for the lyrics and everything they spit. I just think
I
that
just say it was over my head. That's what I'm gonna say.
okay, I get you. Okay, I can see that. I can see somebody saying that stuff was over there, and also too like some of the stuff that. Let's be honest with New York rappers. Sometimes some of they well, I would say everybody's rap. When they rap, they use the slang that's for them, that's out of their hood, that they're accustomed to.
Yeah.
That's why we sitting here not knowing what half of them. But at the end of the day, I think I would say they play well off of each other. They Batman and Robin, and I would just say that rhyme for rhyme, if we were to look at them with no beats, no nothing, just look at them on paper, I would say that we would say they both was equivalent. Now you throw them in there and you listening to them on the track together, and you throwing in Ghostface's exuberance and personality. I think that push him ahead or whatever. But if we was to look at them, the rhymes written down, I would say they probably 6 and
That's
1 than the other.
that's fair. That's fair. So now we on the track 12. Verbal intercourse. The only
Ooh,
Yeah.
the only song on here that has a non-Wu-Tang member on here. And Maine, I'm glad you're here because your guy is here. Nasir Jones. Man, what did you think about Incarcerated Scarfaces on the re-listen? Not how you felt about it before, because I'm pretty sure we all know how you felt about it before. So how did you feel about it now? As a matter of fact, no. Give us both. Give us both.
Listen, man, I didn't have no beef with the purple tape. Any person that I would have had beef with, like if I didn't mess with him as a rapper, because I like this tape, it kind of covered up. It was like camouflage for me to like them on this tape. Cause God, I know Daryl Squirrel in the background. It wasn't nothing he could tell me to get me to like Nas. Nothing he could tell me that I would have been like, yeah, I fucks with Nas. No.
Well, hold on. Let me jump in here.
Get him,
Let
honey.
me jump in. Is Daryl the Squirrel there? Is
Yeah,
Daryl the
yeah.
Squirrel? All right. So here's what I remember. 95. I get a phone call from Maine. I think it was either from Central or you was back home. You say, hey man, it's this dude they hipping me onto named Nas. He might be like better than Corrupt because he don't curse. He like, you gotta check this dude Nas out. I guess it was Daryl. Was you the one who hipped him on?
Yeah, but he ain't like Nas. He was hating on him.
Well, he called me and told me, hey man,
Hey,
give this dude a listen. He better
hey,
than I think he better than Corrupt because he don't curse.
Hey, I remember that. I might have been on some stuff like, I can't let this nigga Daryl know that though.
So there was a time that he had respect for Nas until Tupac said his name, and then that was over.
It was a rap.
That's a whole nother ball of wax. That's a whole
day.
nother ball of wax. So, where was you at with Incarcerated Scarfaces?
But man, I like how the beat starts, how that dun, dun, and then when the beat drops and Nas comes in saying what he was saying, man. Oh man, but you know, I picture what Ghostface is saying before Nas starts rhyming. Yo, show these cats how to rhyme. It's always about the rhyme for them, man. They just want to show you up on the mic, man, and they did, man. I would say Nas did. I wasn't too impressed with Ray or Ghostface verse on here, but I get what Ghost was saying about all these high capping dudes in jail. He said, you told your boo you was wilding, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. But I thought this was a great produced song, man. And this is where this song by Nas, because remember when Illmatic came out, it didn't even go gold. So a lot of people didn't have it yet. This song made me go back and listen to Illmatic.
Okay. Tone Bone, where was you at with it?
Man, for real, niggas know MCs, man. MCs know MCs. The Wu-Tang, man, possess MCs, man. All of them. Even if they got better styles than each other or different styles, they MCs, man. And they know Nas an MC. That nigga Nas did, for real, his verse. Wow.
Hey,
I mean, like
Maine, he got dopest rhyme of the month in the source for that, bro.
yeah.
I was about to say that, Daryl.
Listen. Let's get something understood on that though. He's the mathematics with the source. Goddammit, that's where I get that source shit. Y'all be talking from him. So
Daryl, here's how it came to be. Like Tony would hit us on like the Red Man, Wu-Tang. Like, damn, this nigga. Oh, we found out. Oh, this dude be reading the Source magazine, the Unsigned Hype and all that stuff, man. So after about I think about 92, man, I probably read from 92 to 2005. I probably read every Source magazine through, man.
He was already in all that shit, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Right here. I'm glad. Thank you, brother. I love you for riding in on this podcast for real, brother. God, my man. Goddamn, that's my dog. For real.
Debo, where was you at with Verbal Intercourse?
Verbal Intercourse was feature. This probably would be the crown jewel verse wise on the album to me when Nas jumped in, and you could kind of see the other guys on the track knew by letting him go first. When he started that off with through the lights, cameras, actions, glamour, glitter, and glow. I unfold the scroll, the plant seeds, the stampede, the glow. I'm like, whoa!
It needs to rise like yeast.
Come on, man. He bodied that motherfucking track, man.
Yeah, after he came on, they couldn't keep up with that. They just needed to finish the song. They couldn't keep up with what he laid down.
Right.
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly. And you just feel like, man, is that the dopest verse on this whole album? Because it was just that good. To me, it was good.
They did that like that purposely, man.
So for me, you got personally, this is the best song on the album. This is
You
in
think
my
so,
opinion,
Ken?
three. Absolutely, I think this is three perfect verses. I mean,
You know what?
growing
I
up,
agree with Kev say. But even drop that
three
jewel,
perfect verses.
jewel, you still can listen to the other verses and everything like that, and have a lot of memorable moments in them verses that they got. They played off of each other well, like boom, 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 boom. He had the better, verse, greater verse, but it was a sexy. That was a sexy track. That's only
Man,
six.
Yes,
I would say this is this is
Safety
for
trap.
me. I if I'm
sexy.
introducing somebody, to rap, this is one of the
Mm,
songs I will play. This, I mean,
mm.
growing up, I thought Nas had it hands down. But older I got, more mature I got, more I understood like what they was actually talking about. I think Ghostface verse is masterful. I think if y'all listen to it again and like you was talking about Hunt, like read the
Yeah,
lyrics, read along
yeah.
with it, and rap along
Okay.
with it. I think you see what
Okay,
I'm
I'm gonna
saying.
do that too.
I think,
Okay.
I think, I think Ghost got the best verse on there now. But without a doubt, I think it's three perfect verses, man. This song is great,
That's
and I mean,
interesting. Okay.
it's another sample that I have no idea what it is,
Exactly,
and
man.
who really cares?
That
Who
is a
really
Yeah.
legitimate,
cares?
that is a legitimate answer and debate from you, brother. I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
that.
yeah. I like that. I like that. I like that breakdown, Ken.
I like
For
Yeah.
that.
sure, for sure. So then we going on the Wisdom Body, a solo ghost track on a
That's what.
Yeah.
Raekwon album.
Can I
Uh,
start?
Yeah.
this is
Can I start that off? Can I start that
no,
off?
hold on. I'm gonna let D start this off. So because this is right up D's alley because I used to watch these movies at D house. The Pretty Tony clip from the Mac. I had no business watching these movies with y'all when I was a kid, but D, I know those movies are special to the Fort household, man. So talk about the clip and the song.
Tell you what. This was one chamber of the album where I didn't expect to get this from this album. Because again, I thought it was supposed to be a Ray album and it sounded like a Crew Woo album, and then Ghost gets a solo. I did appreciate it. Again, his as charismatic as he is, maybe that's it. Maybe that's what pushes him over Ray to me. Maybe that's what's pushing. But I appreciate him so much more on this album. Um, than Ray do.
Where was you at with it, Tone Bone?
Man, this was Ghost's signature, like signature. This when he decided, okay, I'm about to wipe my ass. For real, for real. For one, let's go back what you just said. The skit from the Mac. You dig what I'm saying? Come on, man. Classic. For that skit to follow, to come before that bass line that drop in on the beat, that bloom, 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 bloom. Man, come on, man. Right after that skit, and then he just started flowing. I mean, the bar, and he only talking about fucking. He only talking about is some nigga, this nigga, I slang dick, bitches. And I do that. So I know what he talking about. Yeah, I understand. This was Ghost. He just this when he wiped his ass on this album. Cause like y'all said, and we all agree, man, this is Ghost coming out, man. I mean, Ray needed Ghost for this album. Cause
Yeah.
he wasn't ready for a full Ray solo joint. So you gotta bring your mans on here. And his mans knew what to do. Man, this song right here, and it's only 16 bars. It's only 16. You know what I'm saying? And he killed it. The track killed it. Come on, man. It's a loop and just a bass line. There's nothing else with that track. Just the loop of the track and the bass line. And he killed it. Come on.
Where was you at, Hunt?
I fucked hoes on washing machines.
That ain't the song, Tom. That ain't the song. That's on Iron Man.
I know.
Right.
Uh, I like this song a lot, man. This is, man, it's Ghostface, aka Starkey Love. Ghostface is showing you who he is, man. Listen, man. Chicks back then used to say, "Look at Ghostface. Look at how manly he is." This was like some chicks I used to date used to say, like, "Look at Ghost. Look how manly he is." Like, and when he used to come with the robe and stuff, man, chicks love Ghostface. And this song shows you his love for women too, man. Like he's, the Wu Tang don't do a lot of these kind of songs, aimed at the women. But Ghostface will do that, man. Ghostface will break the rules of the Wu, and it's respected, man.
Man, what's up?
Listen, man. I like to cut. I like what Tone said or whatever. It's the baseline. It's a loop baseline. And he just flow over it. It's sexy or whatever. It's got your, like you said, it's got his charisma and everything on it. Like I said, like I'm hearing an undertone on this is the Raekwon the Chef album, and I'm hearing a concept in the background where I feel like y'all taking away from what Raekwon brings to the table. And I'm saying this CD and everything helped be a coming out party for Ghostface the Killer on it, and for Capadonna, to be honest. But I feel like we like underscoring like the fact that Raekwon the Chef and everything just did not spit like bars.
He did.
On and the stuff that you're rating, why it is bars that's going with it. It go back to Raekwon, Ghostface personality and all that shit that he like. Hunt just said it, like, hey, the girls I used to date, look how manly he is. Look at this robe. Look at the big eagle chain. That's personality.
The Wonder Woman bracelet.
Yeah.
Maltese Falcon bracelet was bullshit.
I'm getting mad.
Hey, man, hold on, real quick. But man, you one of the main people that talk about charisma and style. Like that's why you a big MJG fan.
Hate ball, the Fat Mac, and
Yeah, man.
I just want to point that out. Great song, just a great song. So on track 14, Spot Rushers, another solo Ray cut. So we are up to 3 solo Ray cuts on his own album. I just want to point that out. A story about a robbery. I think it's a great story rap. It's a good story rap. Where was you at with it, man?
I mean, you summed it up. It's a great story rap. I didn't know he was keeping track on how many solos Ray had on his own tape.
It's
not feature heavy, man. It's very feature heavy.
Go ahead.
I feel like
it was just something that I noticed, like on my, I want to say like my second or third listen throughout the week. I'm like, yo, this is a Ray album, but he doesn't have too many solos. Not that it takes away from the album. I think it makes the album that much better, but it's just something that I wanted to keep track of as we was going. So, D, where was you at with Spot Rushers?
It says guest starring Tony Starks. It don't say featuring. That's entirely different.
If you were on time, you would have heard us talk about that earlier.
Yeah. Oh man!
And y'all niggas thought I was gonna be late.
This song reminded me a lot of the Biggie song where he had a very similar song about the whole drug deal thing, the whole scheme. This put me right in that mindset. It's almost like I kind of felt like I was hearing it again.
What's up, Hunt?
This is my least favorite track on the CD, man. I don't like the beat. I don't really like listening to the song. I don't. I fast forward. I don't like it. Just point blank, I don't like it.
It wasn't horrible.
Damn.
I could listen to it.
I thought this would be right up your alley. Okay.
It just sound like that.
I don't like it. I don't like it, man. It's not an enjoyable song, man.
What's up,
Tom? It's not a fun tune.
It for me, the track was just Ray storytelling. You know what I'm saying? His version of, how he see it. You know what I'm saying? That shit, the flow was immaculate for real. The whole shit, man. He broke it all the way down. He gave you the movie. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why everybody like, ooh, got a little feeling in their stomach about the track is because of the production. The production on the
Yeah,
track
exactly. Man. It's
wasn't
lazy, man. It's lazy.
it's like nigga, all right, I'll take that one, nigga, and I'm gonna spit this off of it. And his flow off of it carried the track. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
Okay. So we're on to track 15, Ice Cream. So something important about track 15 that I want to point out. This is the first time we're hearing Method Man on this album. Now, at the time, Method Man is the number one guy from the Wu-Tang Clan. Everybody knows who Method Man is. So we're 15 tracks into an album before we hear the most famous guy from the crew. Our second appearance from Capadonna. And this is a song that's a club-worthy song from the Wu-Tang Clan. So from Tone, Maine, Hunt, what was the club scene like when Ice Cream came on back in '95? Vales, what's up?
It was.
I'll let them go.
I gotta think. Go ahead. Let me think. In '95,
Was this song?
Pistol Grip Pump was still cranking, stuff like that. Black Cop was still cranking. Bad Boy was hitting. I don't remember hearing Ice Cream. I don't think I remember hearing Ice Cream in the club.
I think it's hard to say if you where you were. I think it depends on where you was clubbing at, because his Hunt is correct. Like if you talking about Vales on the Circles, Vales played not a select bunch of tunes, but it was stuff that you had Black Cop, you had no, so on and so forth. They had the cuts and everything that was playing that set that club off. Now if you take it like this tape and you take me and Daryl the Squirrel and the crew back down to Central, and we down in like Dayton or at the barn or at a club, whatever, that's when you heard like that's when you would hear this. Or you was bumping into the dorm, or if we was at like a house party or something like that. That's a time and everything where we would have heard this, and then it was setting it off in a smaller like venue or whatever, or like in a smaller like club, not something as big as like Vales on the Circle or so on and so forth. That's just from our experience or whatever. Now it was bumping, and I mean it was. I mean that I would venture to say what this is on this CD. This is the most commercial success off of this CD or whatever. This cut right here. I mean, and even now today or whatever, you know what, they play this come on, you know what, I'm thinking like them Butter Pecan Ricans come right to the head right off the bat. Right off the bat. You know what I'm saying?
Tone Bone.
Grimy places, grimy strip clubs.
I agree with Mainey, man, because you know what I'm saying, at that time when it dropped, you know what I'm saying, he was around, you know what I'm saying, they was in school and everything like that, but we was all relevant. But for me, you know what I'm saying, it was like I agree with Maine, what he's saying about the settings of where it was played. If we was at a spot 9 times out of 10, I probably came up to the DJ and asked him to play that shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? And then something might spark. I know it sparked for us, you know, because we was already on it, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't jammed off on the airwaves like that. You know what I'm saying? And then when niggas start really requesting it for they spots, you know what I'm saying? Because it took, man, Ice Cream was a track, man. For one, the production on that motherfucker, man, everybody want to do whatever the fuck they wanted. It made the niggas that don't even fuck with the woo, that beat, man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Them bitches was going, they were down with that. Like, I love that shit.
Kev.
Yeah.
That's one of the hardest hooks ever in hip hop, dog.
For real. Man, seriously, man. That brought out
that hook is crazy.
That track brought out everything. So yeah, it's slow roll, and that's slow roll because it was straight East Coast. And at that time, you know what I'm saying, niggas was still lightweight biased. You know what I'm saying? But everybody gonna be biased. This niggas biased now.
Yeah,
you know
I agree with what Tom said. There's a bias, but when this came on, no way that nobody if they wasn't messing with Wu-Tang, if they had slept on it up until this point,
Yeah.
nobody was hating on this cut.
Yeah.
On this cut.
All right,
now,
so
you went back to the club stuff. I don't think this was no club banger. I'm listening to it now. If we was at the club, I think some people is leaving the dance floor on this cut. But
no doubt.
if we was in a small venue at a house party or whatever with beers and drinking and smoking or whatever, this is setting the party off. If we was at a small college party and everything that we used to have back in college or at the barn or something like that, this is setting the party off. People bringing it. But if you at a flashy nightclub like your Vales or whatever with the big lights,
no, it would have to be
interlude right here. You left the floor after Black Cop or something like that came on. If this came on,
make a bar run. Now, in hip hop, guys is known for saying some pause-worthy lines. Capadonna says, "I love you like I love my dick size. Ooh, baby, I miss you." That's a pause. That's a pause-worthy line. D, what's up? D, what's up?
Yo, and I'm glad you went straight to Kappa's verse because I feel like that was it for me for this song. That black chocolate girl wanted to shake ground like thunder. Politic to your deficit step. Give me your number. Come on, man. That was Hey, man, he did his thing on that again. And this had me so looking forward to a Capadonna album. And I have to say that, my goodness, it just didn't. It wasn't there. But right here. I really did. That bar that you kicked though, that you just brought to my attention, I never paid it no attention.
Yikes!
So on this cut, the production, the beat, all of their personalities, and Method Man, this is nothing but all of that charisma coming together perfectly for some commercial success.
And I mean, you talk about commercial success, you talk about the video, you talk about the girls in the video, you talk about the shirts that they're wearing in the video. Like this is the start of Woo Wear. You know, this is I believe probably was the idea for Woo Wear. You know what I'm saying? The girls with Butter Pecan Ricans on their shirt, Chocolate Deluxe, and the Wu-Tang logo on their shirts. I mean, the video, like
Mathematics is the one that did it. He the one that came up with the logo. Mathematics. They produce it.
Classic.
Can I chime in here on Ice Cream?
Please do.
Again, I think Raekwon had the weak link of the verses again. And I keep bringing this up to reiterate. I gotta say this point here, and I hope Dura the Squirrel is listening. Hey man, Raekwon. I don't believe my boy Vert, the one I keep telling you about, Kev. He the big hit squad guy. He pointed this out to me. He said, "Hey man, Raekwon cannot carry a CD by himself. He can't, man. Because I had a mobilarity. I had a mobilarity, and I had his other ones. And I like Raekwon. I think he's top 3 in the Woo. But he cannot flourish on his own. Ghostface can definitely flourish as his own, man. On Ice Cream, I think Ghost had the best verse. I'm gonna give it to Ghostface. And it's like Ghostface says on Mighty Healthy. Now he pretty much Ghostface outshined every track that pretty much he was on with Raekwon. But like on Mighty Healthy, he says the world can't touch Ghost Purple Tape. Ray co-host, he looks at this CD as his CD, man. That's what he said, man. He looks at this as his CD, man.
So did.
So yeah, man. So you say what, Tony?
You hitting it on the nail. You are hitting
yeah. So, but I've never seen Raekwon have a CD. Although, like Supreme Clientele's had a lot of features, it was Ghost carried that whole CD. I don't see Raekwon carrying a CD like that. Right. And I think Ice Cream shows how Ghost was up here and Ray was just like right here. Like I like Capadonna's second, and then Ray's in third again, man. But
I like Capadonna's verse the best.
Hold on, just 1 hot second.
Go ahead,
right. And like you hit it on the nail, still, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? But the go with Ray, he like C.R.E.A.M verse Wu-Tang, that was a lot of nothing but right. And that album was fire. For real.
And I'm not saying that he's whack, because I think like I said, I think he top 3. He my second favorite behind Ghostface. But as far
Ray,
as carrying a whole solo, like Ghostface can now,
Ray is
I've never seen him do that. Yeah.
Ray is for real.
Yeah.
Scotty Pippen. He's a
Yeah.
Scotty
Yeah.
type.
That's fair.
I
That's
mean,
fair.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, like he got the numbers and he Hall of Fame and worthy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with Ghost, because I'm be honest with you, this real shit. And I can break down the numbers if y'all want. Nigga, Ghost, for real, for me, is the hardest out of the Wu.
I
Period.
definitely agree. I 100% agree with that.
Period. I'm talking about flow, albums,
Yeah.
everything. He still, I mean, all of them still pumping. I still fuck with all they shit.
And the thing about that is, if you listen to 36 Chambers, you would have never thought that.
You'd have
Right.
never thought it, Daryl, man. You right. You'd have never thought that, man.
Exactly.
All right, so we on to track 16, Wu Gambinos. For me, then and now, I hate the intro to this song. Despise it. It is one of the most pointless things I've ever heard in my life. Just get to the song. That's what I was thinking every day that I listen to this album. But I will say, we get the second appearance from Method Man, and he comes to play. He actually gets a verse. Before on Ice Cream, he just gets a hook. So the most famous / popular guy from the Wu-Tang Clan only gets one verse on what is considered the best solo project from any Wu-Tang Clan member. You get Master Killer with another solid verse. But I mean, it's just more of that talk, man. More of that Wu-Tang talk on Wu Gambinos. Tone Bone, where'd you at with Wu Gambinos?
Man, I agree with you with the intro. That shit was trash. For real. I mean, like that wasn't even necessary. It would have been better if you just brought it in without all that extra shit, just the track. Because how the track itself, you know what I'm saying, it's so, you know what I'm saying, guillotine. It's so like that. Meth, yeah, he spit on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Ghost spit on that motherfucker also. And Quiet Step, the Jizza spit on that motherfucker. The Jizza ain't on that one?
RZA on there.
The RZA.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Go ahead, Hunt. Go ahead.
I'm being positive here. I'm being about the RZA. This was like one of the first raps I said, okay, oh, Resident, he rapping now. Because remember, we kind of all agreed on the end of the 36, man. The RZA's rhymes and his delivery was terrible, man. But this flow by him was pretty good here, man. But what you laughing at, dog? What you laughing at?
Man, I'm D over here on the floor, man. Listen, the RZA, listen.
Hold on, man. You trying to tell me the RZA's flow in the 36 was good? Come on, man.
I mean, this is what I'm saying about the
Come
RZA.
on. Hey, man, listen, we love the Woo, but we is not going to sit here and act like everything that they said was just tight. Come on, man. No, we ain't playing that, man.
Flags for reality, I'm giving you reality. You know what I'm saying? The RZA,
Right, go ahead.
yeah, his delivery is terrible. You know what I'm saying? For real. I mean, he really
on the first CD.
I mean, it does not matter. Seriously.
No, on the Wu-Tang Forever, he stepped his game way up.
Very much so. Very much so.
So ask for reality. Listen. Even on tracks that he catch his own shit that he threw down, and yeah, it's the delivery, the flow, the bar settings. The nigga spit some shit, man. For real. But the delivery is shitty. That's why he in his own category, man, with them niggas. He knows that. For one, he doing all the production. Oh, he got his hands in on that shit. You dig? So, yeah, I know my motherfucking delivery is trash. But nigga, I compensate because of all this other shit. You dig? So, but on writing, if you reading it, you nigga be saying some shit. Now, when you hear it, you be like, oh, damn, that's the RZA. You know what I'm saying? But you can't look at it like that. You got to look at it. I'm telling you, that for real, man. Because he got tracks that, you know, all over, man. You know what I'm saying? That he spit, and you be like, all right, okay, all right.
You really got to be in the mood to listen to the RZA. D, where was you at with Wu Gambino's?
Just to echo what Tom was saying, RZA's delivery is fucked up. Just no other way to put it. Because I had to, when I heard this song, Kev, when he started spitting, like really started like spit, I said, let me go look up what the fuck he's saying. Because I couldn't catch it. He said, solid gold crown is shining, we're blinding like some diamonds are reclining in the sky on the cloud with
silver linings, double press it.
And it sounded dope. But when I pressed play, I was like, what the fuck is he saying? Like, I hate this shit. I really hated it. And it was like, I was just found myself trying to get the Ghostface shit. Because when he get on, I really did. Because when I got to Master Killer, it was like watching somebody push a car up a hill with a flat tire. The shit was horrible. It was fucking horrible.
And what's up, Hunt? Go ahead, D. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I was good. I
Ghost attack that track when he started. You could kind of feel it in his ear, like, why is this white nigga on this track? Like, I kind of felt his energy, like, why I gotta go after this white dude? Because you need somebody to pick this shit back up, man. He stopped all momentum. He stopped everything. Like, I don't even know why he was in the group.
Damn.
Man, Nash got flow, man.
What's
up?
Man,
he must have been paying for studio time. He must have been copping the fee for studio time. That dude.
What up, man?
Hey, my thoughts. While y'all was talking, I was listening to that intro. It is 51 seconds of nonsense.
Terrible.
Nonsense. And then I think at the 51-second mark, that's when you fear to hear like the very like first woo, and then it goes to from the 51 seconds before a beat drops or any rhymes or whatever. It's like another like 20 plus seconds. It is a long time before you get into something. Now, be that as it may, I actually like the song a lot. I really did like it a lot. And today, I really still like this song a lot. I get what you say, what he said about the whole the RZA and stuff like that. I call my brother son because he sound like one. I don't know. Listen, man. Hey, I like the song, and to be honest, I think I like the song so much, I just kind of black out when that motherfucker come on. Like, listen, I like it so much, it just kind of like I just ride right over the bumpy part and just go right along with it, man. So I got no beef in that.
Man, like if they would have replaced RZA with Deck, we would have had a perfect song. We would have had another perfect song,
Kev.
man.
No, Kev, you should have replaced Master Killer with Deck. Then
it's not that bad, man. It's not that bad.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
I think Inspector Deck definitely should have been on that song. I think it would have fit a lot better than either of them. Either of them, to be perfectly honest. But be it today, it's not a
songs. I feel like, you know, when you watch a long movie and it's like a quick interlude, I feel like that when he starts rapping on a song. Like, that's the interlude. Like, when you, like, back in the day when you used to watch, like, Scarface on tape and it came on 2 VHSs and there's an interlude in between, that's Master Killer on the track. So if you gonna go to get some popcorn or grab something, that's the time you can go grab it.
And Master Killer did so well on Glaciers of Ice, man. I feel bad for the man. I feel bad for him because he had a good verse on Glaciers of Ice. So
man, I was sleeping on that man. Master Killer, man, got some tracks, man. On the solo side, man. I'm telling you, man, y'all better get involved, man.
So we on the track 17. Heaven and Hell, which was actually the first single. I just found that out like the other day when I did a little research.
Yep, and I had it.
and this is a back and forth story between Ray and Ghost. They just trading bar for bar. To date, obviously, this wouldn't be the first single. I think Ice Cream would be the first single. Interesting pick for first single to come out on the album. Hunt, where was you at with it since you had it?
I don't like it. Didn't like it. I hate this song, man. I don't know. Listen, man. I don't know what it was. But I used to try to digest this song. I just hated this song, man. I guess it's too slow for two guys. If you put a high beats per minute with, they're gonna rhyme their butts off, man. I just hated this song. I just never clicked with this song, man. It sounded like, with the church piano or something, man. The organs, brother. I don't like the organs in this. I just don't like this song, man. Yeah, they
What's
could have
up?
left for me. They could have left this song out and just ended with the Wu Gambinos, man.
Oh man,
What's up, Tone?
man, man, that's a classic track, man. The
Huh?
track is, man, track itself, man. The production on that track, man. He got the vocals.
It ain't no production. It's just a loop and let it ride. We gonna rap over it.
Listen,
That's lazy production, Tone. That's lazy production, man.
not, man. That's not, man.
Yes, it is. I can do it. I can do it,
No,
man.
it's not. No, it's not. Because of the loop that he using, because it's nothing but, again, a banging ass, cold ass loop on a bass line that's carrying that motherfucker. And then you bring the broads in there singing, you dig what I'm saying, in the house, and you got two niggas kicking the tail behind that motherfucker, man. That shit was fire, man. That's why it did so big that it did. You know what I'm saying? That was why the debate of what's the first single, that or Ice Cream. Because they both were smashing, man. Come on, man. And then you throw the video on that motherfucker. They ain't the rain, nigga, on their block. You got to count all of that shit, man. Especially back then, because that's when it counted. That's when it counted, man. They ain't doing videos now. If you watch a video now of the hottest motherfucker, you got to go online or some shit. They ain't throwing it on the TV. We ain't paying for the cable to see that shit. That shit was irrelevant back then. It was needed. So you got to count that. Nigga, that's a classic ass track, man. You didn't like it because, for one, you still, nigga, you always had a problem deep down inside.
You could always had a problem with what?
I don't know what message you trying to. I don't even know what you're trying to say. But I can tell, like, with Tone, like, you got a connection to that song. I can hear it in his voice, so on and so forth. Here for myself, I like the song. I like that song. Okay, so essentially, here's why. Like, of the songs on this CD or whatever, or on this tape, just listening to it, it's like I can imagine just a couple of dudes and everything chilling in the parking lot somewhere by the basketball court, sitting in the car, sitting in the Honda, drinking some beers or whatever, somebody smoking or whatever, just listening to that song, not doing anything. Just
that doesn't make the production good, man.
But it's not a bad song. It's sometimes
terrible, man.
Like, just take you back to a place where you was at in the time or whatever. I remember. It's not a terrible production on the song. What's terrible about the production on this song?
Dude, it's a lazy. If you have rainy days, you don't need this song, man. That's just me, man.
Right, but you said the production was terrible. What's terrible?
The production is lazy on this. Look, man, I don't like the beat. I don't like the production. I don't like the song, man.
D, what's up? D, what's up?
If you're gonna say some production is good, if you're gonna say a production is good, you got to point out what's good about the production.
And you
like that's what we like when we talk about, like when Dr. Dre's production, we talk about the things that he did. You got to talk about the things that he did with the production. This production, what did he do to make it so good? Don't say you got to talk about why it's so bad. Why is it so good?
Listen, you the first one to say it was bad, so you got to say why it was bad.
No, I don't, because I'm asking y'all, why is the production so good? Why is it so good? I know Daryl the Squirrel probably back there laughing.
The Sam
Hey, look, Kev,
Make
ask
it-
your
make
question,
it-
Kev.
make it-
I
Hold on,
had
let D talk. Let D talk. Let D talk. Go ahead, D.
I had zero appreciation for this song. Maybe because of where it ended up on the CD right after Wu Gambino's. The pace that song sets, and you followed up with this. This is a very slow paced song. It holds some nostalgic value for the guys that wrote it. They're they're reflecting on what they went through to get to where they at and all that stuff. But that goes over my head. I'm not them. I just didn't appreciate it at all. That's a hard skip for me every time it comes on. Hard skip.
But shit, you ain't skipping to, but there ain't one more track on the fucking thing.
Come on. Say like this. When I say hard skip, it's
you
because
just skip right back to the start of the tape.
and that's better than the end. Look, there's nothing to that song for me, man. It has no nostalgic value for me. None. Because what they're sitting there talking about, I get it. There's some value in what they're talking about and why they talking about it. There's some subject matter there. That shit just go over my head.
Hey,
I don't
man,
want to
this
hear
song has no replay value, man.
it at all.
None.
At all. At
Why
all.
doesn't?
I could.
Oh,
Man, I tried
right.
to skip to that song and just play that first, and I kept thinking maybe because I took in the whole album, maybe I just don't have no more room left in my brain.
No more stamina for it. I'm with you on that, man.
And I could
Oh,
never appreciate it. I'm like, man, this shit is it's garbage. And I just didn't
I
like it.
probably haven't heard this song since like 96, 95. Man. I just
Ooh, you been
don't.
skipping it that long, huh?
Yeah, man. I listened to it this week, but I was just like, gee, man.
All right, so we on to the last track on the album, North Star. Now, much like you, Hunt, I haven't listened to this song. Matter of fact, I ain't listened to Heaven and Hell or North Star in years, and I feel like you do, D. With after Wu Gambino's, I was good. I'm done with the whole album.
Tapped out.
But I will say, listening to it now, like North Star is a great way to close the album with Papa Wu on it and everything like that. It kind of wraps everything up. Not saying it's a great song, but it's all right. It's a way to wrap up the album. But like you said, I would not go back and say, all right, I got to listen to this song. Like, I have to listen to Verbal Intercourse. I have to listen to Ice Cream. I have to listen to several other songs on this album. But those two songs, I don't have to listen to like ever again in life. Tone Bone, what's up with North Star?
Man, North Star was basically like you just said. It was a tail end of it. Had the OG on there, Papa Wu. They advisor. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. Because he dead now. But that was that. But to piggyback, real hog like still. The production on that Heaven and Hell, man. The track,
Did he really rewind it?
Man, we're done with that song, man. We're done.
Let it go. Let it go.
I can't let y'all assassinate that track like y'all just did, man. That was a commercial track for that man's album. You know what I'm saying? Because of the production. You know what I'm saying? The lyrics alone gonna grab a few niggas. It ain't gonna grab everybody because they spitting, they slang, and they tell. A lot of motherfuckers don't pick that shit up worldwide. But that track, man, come on, man. He looked old school. I think that was a mini Ribbleton loop he used or something. You know what I'm saying? And then throw the bass line behind that motherfucker and let them two niggas just go and do their thing. And then got the little broad singing in the back. Come on, man. You can't take that away just because it was slow paced.
That ain't it.
It's a gang of slow paced fucking
Look
tracks,
at
Hey,
his
man.
man,
face.
you spending too much time on this song,
Get
Tone.
my money back.
All right. So, Hunt, where was you at with North Star?
Hey, man, I'll be honest. Was it North Star was just Papa Wu talking, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Because I didn't
Yeah,
Yeah,
listen to it.
that's what it was.
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, Papa Wu, man. Papa Wu, the one who told the story. That Ghostface and Raekwon used to shoot at each other, man. But I mean, it's a good way to close the CD, especially how they was talking at the beginning. Why they gonna give this their last chance, and he sums it up at the end, man. But overall, man, I think it's a It's a if I was to give it a 5 mic on a 5 mic, a true 5 mic back in the day, I'm gonna give this a 4.5.
I'm with
Uh,
you. I'm with
for
you.
a rating, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. That's what I would give. I like the personalities, how they shine through. You really got to know who these guys were through this CD. And man, this was I think it was a lot of people say Liquid Swords, man. I like this CD better than Meth's, Dirty's, and Liquid Swords up until this point. Up until that point to this drop. So
I agree with you, Hunt. I believe that this is the best solo Wu album of all time. D, what about you?
I I'm right with you. I believe it's the best solo Wu album of all time. Yeah, the where it left me at after I got done listening to it, I was excited to hear Deck. I was excited to hear Capadonna, and I was feeling like when I turned this thing on, like again, Corrupt and Dav's that premier duo for me, that 2-man duo, and fucking Ray and Ghost. Like I said, they synergy was just it was fucking crazy. And I was just feeling like, damn, they fucking Corrupt and Dav's up, like. Damn, like these the dudes right here, and I give it a
Uh
5.
oh, you about to
I felt
get
like
you about to get somebody mad, D. You about to get somebody mad.
Hell should have been like a hidden track because maybe then somebody would have appreciated it. It should have been a hidden track, but whatever. But that's how I felt, man. I was on Corrupt and Dads coming into it, and then when Criminology hit, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then as I started to hear these guys throughout the album, I was like, damn, they raised the bar right over their motherfucking head. That's how I felt. You know, like I said, my analogy was that, man. My analysis was that. I felt like Corrupt, you know, he's a better between him and Daz, but Daz he sticks with him and carries the cut. With these two, I felt like they can play catch together. These Ghostface and Ray can play catch, and the ball won't hit the ground. If I'm watching Corrupt and Daz play catch, it's times.
I never heard that kind of analogy. I ain't never heard that kind of analogy.
All ain't gonna hit the ground when you watch this.
He's bringing out that new shit.
But I got you on that analogy. I got where you coming from. I got.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you know, I got where you coming from.
He's been working on that shit all week.
Yeah, exactly.
He caught that.
I got where you coming from. I got you. Hey, this last track right here, this outro. How long this CD been out?
95, 15.
15 years.
15 years? I've heard this less than 15 times. If you want to say hard pass?
25 years.
I've heard this less than 25.
Oh, yeah, what I'm thinking, 15.
Well, it came out and everything when we were in college, so it's got to be 25 plus.
Yeah, it's 25 years. August 1st, 95. Tone Bone, where was you at with the outro before we close this out?
I mean, the outro was just the outro, man. I mean, as far as that, the tape in general, you know, it like the piggyback with Steel was saying on the 5 mics, you know, I disagree with Steel. It is all the way fucking 5 mics. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, and I've been battling, man, because for real, it took me, and thank you, Kev, for inviting me on this, because it took me to take this motherfucker all the way back to the lab. Because for me, Supreme Clientele was the hardest motherfucking album that the Wu on the solo shit, to me, for real. Supreme Clientele, but I held Purple Tape up there. But when I took it to the lab, yeah, I came to my senses. You know what I'm saying? I came to my senses like, yeah, this is the hardest Wu solo album ever. You know what I'm saying? For real. And I mean, you got to look at, you got albums, man, from motherfuckers. Liquid Swords to Cal. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Whoa. Are you talking about Cal? You talking about Method Man's first CD?
I want my money.
Don't. Come on, man.
We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that.
We ain't got time for it, man.
We ain't got time for that shit, man.
That'll make the CD good.
Y'all forget that, man, with the blood clot, man. How can you, man, you was a part of this. How can y'all forget that,
I
man?
was a
What the
part of it, motherfucker. I played Mortal Kombat with the nigga, but I don't mean his season was fucking great.
hey, that wasn't Mortal Kombat. You was when it man y'all was whipping him on.
Motherfucker.
Hey, not to close it out like that.
Mortal Kombat.
Hey, look, when we kicked it, the nigga Maine was kicking this nigga ass so bad. He started calling Maine. He was like, man, you remind me of my nephew Sean. He's a brainiac. You know what I'm saying?
You was a
he a
brain
brainiac.
nigga, huh?
The nigga,
All
he was salty.
So, all right, I think it's all agreed that this album stands the test of time, right? I think we all can agree with that.
Come on, man.
Oh
All right.
yeah, heck yeah, yeah.
So
Come on.
the last question, and probably gonna be the most controversial question of this pod: who's the MVP of this album? Who is the MVP of the Purple Tape? Who is the MVP of Only Built for Cuban Links? Who is the MVP? Tone, what's up?
Man, reality ghost. For real. Come on now. The man had 3 or 4 maybe solo ventures on his own album. True enough, one of them, and I honestly stand strong on it, is the best song to me on the album, Incarcerated Scarface. But when you throw like the 16 that Ghost hit off of talking about some bitches, come on, man, that whole track, he killed that. He killed that. Real talk, man. Ghost shines. He's an MVP on this album, you know, and they needed it like that because, like I said earlier, niggas wasn't ready for a complete Raekwon verse for verse album.
All right, D, what's up? Who's the MVP of the album?
It's Ghost, easy. Ray was on it, but again, Ghost was the MVP of it.
He said Ray was on it.
Man, what's up? Oh, go ahead. Go finish up. Finish up, D.
No, I was done. I'm done. Got it, man.
Man, who's the MVP of the album?
MVP of the album, like I said, I feel like you're really disrespecting Raekwon the Chef on his own album.
Disrespected himself by giving up all that time.
Disrespected him on his own album, especially with all the but the MVP wise, of course, it's gonna be Ghostface Killer. It's gonna be.
You did all that shit talking to agree?
I don't say all that. Come back conclusion.
He showed up. He showed up. Like it was going into it as Raekwon the Chef and everything. CD. It's his CD. We knew that he had spit bars, constant and consistent bars on Enter the Wu-Tang 36. And you know what? So you looking at, hey, bars. Ghostface walked into this like, hey, I can go bar for bar with him, and I got charisma, and that put him above.
Big Hunt, what's up?
You already know I'm gonna say Ghostface, man. He came into his own on this CD. Then he followed up with Iron Man. You know, like I said, Ghostface has that style, man. Of his rhyme style is probably one of the most unique that I've ever heard.
Look back.
It's hands down. You say what, Tony?
He ain't look back after this album.
Yeah, not at all, man. And he's definitely the MVP. I think he's the MVP of the Wu, hands down, man. Ghostface got about 13 CDs out, man, and that's just my guy right there, man. I think the details that he puts in his rhymes is like second to none. But he's one of my favorite rappers of all time, man.
Yeah, for sure. For me, it's a 2-man race.
I
And
know what you're gonna say. Why?
Yeah.
Are you gonna say? Go ahead.
Yeah, the RZA.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Here, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I knew you was gonna say that.
I mean, we've never heard beats like this from RZA again.
Nope.
The production on here is unique to this album and this album alone. And I'm not sure if we get the best of a Ghostface or Ray or Capadonna without these beats, because we hear Wu-Tang albums like what's the one? Better Tomorrow, where RZA beats are terrible. I'm just go ahead and say it, man. We got and you know what I'm saying, people can debate about which Wu-Tang other albums are great or not, but we got Wu-Tang albums from Inspector Deck, who used to be my favorite member of the Wu-Tang Clan. Beats weren't on the point. Method Man, C.R.E.A.M album, beats weren't on point. It's only one or two beats on here that I don't like. So I'm gonna give the MVP to the producer.
I can respect that though. I respect that. Yeah.
Coming into it and this being, Ray's album, that verse from Ghostface and Wu Gambino's characterized him on this entire album. When he just took that over and I got this under my wing, move, give me room. That was his attitude throughout the entire album.
I mean, rap wise, obviously it's Ghost, but I'm gonna still stick with RZA as the MVP of the album, man. So, man, I appreciate everybody for jumping on, man. I appreciate Big Hunt coming back again. Tone Bone, first appearance on. Debo, first appearance on. Tone, we looking at your floor right now.
Flip the camera around, Tony.
Yeah,
you gotta touch it to flip it.
Don't invite ninjas.
Took a snapshot.
You took a snapshot of the floor.
Right.
All right, Daryl the Squirrel. Appreciate you having us on again, Kev.
For sure, man.